Next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Viking offense, Cousins.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
A first down throw for Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
When you think of Mike Dan's ability to move and evade people, how about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And the offensive starters for the Vikings.
The Vikings' top 2 receivers match up with any pair in the NFL, and I'm talking about Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs. And how about this? Both underdog success stories. Diggs, a 5th rounder in 2015. Adam Thielen, undrafted in 2014. Now they're helping set the pace for wide receivers in the league.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. So the Packers offense backed up here to begin their first drive. As we take a look at the starting quarterback, DeShone Kizer, the man who hails from Toledo, Ohio, and of course played his college Ball at Notre Dame.
And he's got prototypical size, mobility, arm strength, the ability to step into throws and crank them into the seams. Can break up big chunks when play breaks down as well with his legs. Went through a really tough rookie season in 2017. He could very well have some real upward growth moving forward.
He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Down at the 28. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Different pass rushes. Are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing Henry. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Eric Kendricks coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack.
So to D, up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. So we've reached the end of a fairly even first quarter of play. Can't wait to see what the second quarter has in store. We're back to Minneapolis in just a moment.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And Crosby puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And now out comes Minnesota. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. It's a word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's able to find Diggs. Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 88 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Trevor Davis now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat in January.
And let's think about what the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They go play action here on first down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. For that time as the drive continues. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Huntley. It's caught outright by Graham. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On second down, Cook. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Third down, Dalvin Cook. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll hand it off now, Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And Adams has it complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And they pick up 25 as he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Flex round!
Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. The quick slant caught. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. Ripkowski, the fullback, on the inside give. And the second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Ripkowski, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. On is Mason Crosby for the point after.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback we saw score a touchdown? This is a throwback type of a game. The fullback used to be a primary ball carrier. Now he's a lead blocker. Nice to see him rewarded for all of his hard work.
Crosby on now to kick it away. And it comes out to the 25-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. You'll pick up another first down with that run.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They go play action. Cousins under a heavy rush and down. They're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games. Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They're going to look to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Hundley now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Now Williams running left. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Again, it's Williams. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. A give to Jones. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go again to Jones. And forget about it. It'll be 3rd and 10. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
The time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. And he'll spike it with exactly 30 seconds now left on the clock. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. Open man is Thielen is complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A very solid gain of 27. And he'll spike it here with 13 seconds showing on the clock. And that one is incomplete, and it stops the clock at 12 seconds left in the half. It brings up third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie corner, Jair Alexander.
And that one? Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Holding offense.
The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Packers, they pick up win number 7 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.